So the first thing I want you to do is to really think through and answer these questions either in written form or video form, because you're going to have to come back to this. Write yourself a love letter or create a love video. The first question is, if I don't control my blood pressure within the next 5 years or so, what does my life look like? And what does the life of my family members look like? The second is, in the next 5 or so years, when I do control my blood pressure, y'all, what is that going to look like, feel like, taste like, smell like? And the third part of that is, what do I need to get there, right? What does that look like in terms of my own personal decision-making, my family support? Because you know, we all got that auntie, niece, cousin who's the saboteur. She gonna show up with the ribs and the mac and cheese, like, girl, you can just eat 2 ribs. That ain't gonna make your blood pressure go up too high. And she's already survived her first stroke. We got to recognize those saboteurs, right? So those are the questions I want you to answer, either by letter or by video. The second is just more critical analysis, understanding what is the person, who are we listening to, especially when it comes to social media, right? You guys are going to be your own investigative reporters in the information that you gather. Who is saying it? What is their bias or their angle? Are they trying to sell some products, right? And I saw some questions about me taking new patients. Like, I didn't show up here to swoop you up. I'd love for you to come see me, but I came here Black person to Black person to make sure I show up for my people. So what is their angle? Do they have a little apple cider vinegar store on the side? Like, figure that out, because they'll push you a product at the end. Why should you trust them, right? What is their background in terms of the information that they're sharing? Where did they get their education? Information, because it may just be hearsay. How does what they say compare to what you know instinctively to be true and what you've heard other people in your circle say? And lastly, when did they share this information? Was this from 10 years ago? They're giving you recommendations. Like, you look at the post date, it's from 2005. Well, all these recommendations have changed since like 10, 15, 20 years ago. So pay attention to that as well, all right, in terms of your trusted sources. And then lastly, really focus on what your health habits are in terms of the management of blood pressure. I want you to really be honest with yourself in terms of your sleep. Is it 6 to 8 solid, uninterrupted hours? And if not, what is it that you need to do in order to get that uninterrupted sleep? Is it acknowledging that you do snore? I know some of us, especially us ladies, we don't like to admit we snore, but come on, sis, we may snore and we may need a little CPAP. If you already have been diagnosed with sleep apnea, put your CPAP on, please, so we can take that out in terms of getting us off medications to control our blood pressure. Pay attention to your sugar and salt intake. Try to get in some form of physical activity. Notice I didn't say exercise, physical activity. I don't care if it's dancing it out, doing a Hallelujah praise dance once a day to release stress and get yourself moving. And then last, but certainly not least, stress management and talking with your healthcare provider so that there fully is a team approach. Ask the questions. Don't let anybody rush you out of that office. I don't care if their hand is on the handle. Doc, thank you for the prescription. I just got one quick question. How'd you choose this medication? And what are my options? Is this the best one for Black folks? Is this why you picked this one? I just want to know, so that as I take this medication, I have a full understanding from a health literacy standpoint to know why it is you picked this one. And can I pair this with some of this other stuff and see you in 3 months to get up off this medication? And then you'll also know, because the body language, what they say to you will give you a sense to know, this is the right and safe space for me, or do I need to find another PCP, cardiologist, etc. Because if they're giving you a lot of resistance, like, what do you mean, why did I prescribe you this medication? No, you pay insurance or pay something, you pay time, if nothing else. You deserve an explanation in terms of medication choice.
There you go. We got our homework to do. So thank you again. Thank you so much for this time. You know,
You're welcome, my love.
Things.
You can always stay connected to me. I'm on social media. Ask Dr. Yola, AskDrYola, Yola from Nola. And my website is askdryola.com. Look at you with the slide already, Fred.
Yeah, we're ready. So here's Dr. Yola's contacts. And thank you to everyone who came out and who did their lunch with us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm receiving those vibes. Yes. Guys are so welcome. Thank you for showing up for yourselves and for your family.